students, welcome to our physics class. Our chapter name is electricity and circuits. In the last few class, we are discussing about this electricity, circuits, bulb, switch, like that. The last topic was switch. We can use switch to on the circuit or off the circuit. On the circuit means the electricity will flow through that, and off the circuit means the electricity do not flow through that. So that is the switch. Today we are going to discuss another topic. This is the last topic in this chapter. Today we are going to conclude this. So that is, before that I just want to ask you something. All the wires we are making with some sort of metals. That means you can see the wires using copper, aluminium, iron. Like we are using some metals to make wires. Instead of these metals, if we are using some sort of thread and connecting all this, do that bulb will glow? That is, I will make my question more clear. Here, I have one bulb. I am just connecting one cell to the bulb. So, this is one complete circuit. No break is there. This bulb is good. This cell is also good. So, of course, this will glow. Now, this is what? Metal wire. That is, suppose it is copper wire. And when I am using the wool thread instead of this metal wire, wool thread, do this bulb glow? No. If we are using these wires than this wool thread, then what happens? This bulb do not glow. Why? The reason is this. We already said that to glow this bulb, the electricity want to pass through this wire. So for the metals, the flow of electricity is possible. But for this wool thread, not only for the wool thread, some of the materials do not allow the the electricity to pass through this. So we can say some of the materials allow the electricity to pass through, but some of the materials do not allow electricity to pass through. That means, by considering the flow of electricity, we can classify the materials into two. That we are going to study. What are the two types of materials? So, we can classify the materials into two. One is conductor and the second one is insulator. So, one is conductor and the second one is insulator. So, the materials which allow electricity to pass through. Allow electricity to pass through is called what? Conductors. And the materials which do not allow electricity to pass through is called what? Insulators. So there are two types of materials. Conductors are there, insulators are there. So within this region you want to study materials are of two types. One is conductor and other is insulator. And then we just want to study what is the definition for conductor. We can discuss that, and also the definition for insulator, and also want to study different examples for these conductors and insulators. So this is just the introduction. Now we are just going to conduct one activity. That means I already said that we want to study the examples. So for that, within your textbook on the page number 122, you can see one table. So we are going to fill that table. For that, our experimental setup is this. That means I want to check do one substance is conductor or insulator. That is my aim of the activity. For that, I just want to design one circuit. That we are going to look. For that, we need one cell. One cell. Then some connected wires. And also one bulb. This is our setup. For our setup, we want one cell. We want one cell, some wires and bulb. And the thing is this, I just want to check this chalk is conductor or insulator. For that, I just want to put this chalk in between these two wires. This is wire A and this is wire B. So I just want to put this chalk in between these wires. That means I want to touch these two wires with this chalk. So if this bulb will glow, I can call this as conductor, and if the bulb do not glow, then I can call it as insulator. So that is the setup of my activity. So I can call this setup one name, and that is conduction tester. Conduction tester means using this circuit we can test either a substance is conductor or not. That is the reason why we are calling this circuit conduction tester. That means in between these 2 points A and B we are putting some sort of materials. I can place the paper, I can place chalk, I can place spoon, I can place key, like anything I can put here to check whether it is conductor or insulator. So you can see the table is like this. Object is the material. That means what material this object is made of and do the bulb glow or not. Bulb glow or not. So this is our table. The first object is this coin. That means I just want to place the coin in between these two terminals A and B. So what happens to the bulb? For the coin, what is the material? Coin is made of some sort of metal. So our bulb will glow. The next one is cork. That means we can see some sort of cork is in the bottle and all. So that is made of rubber cork. And so here what happens to the bulb? Do the bulb glow or not? No, the bulb do not glow. No, the bulb do not glow because the rubber is not conductor. And the next is the glass. Glass. Any type of glass that we are using to drink water, that glass. Or you can see in the windows, that glass. So, using the glass, what is the material? That material is also glass. So, do the bulb glow? No, the bulb do not glow. So, we can say this glass is not a conductor, it is an insulator. The next is key. We can use it in the doors and all, that key. So, what is this key made of? It is made of metal, any type of metal. And when we are connecting this key, in between this terminal A and B, what happens? Do the bulb glow? Bulb will glow. It is for the key, the bulb will glow. The next is pin, our safety pin. For the pin, what happens when we are placing the pin instead of this key? It is also made of metal. So it will behave similar and the bulb will glow. Next, I am just using plastic scale. Plastic scale. For the plastic scale, what is the material? It is plastic. For the plastic, what happens to the bulb? Is it glow or not? No, they do not glow. No. The next is wooden block. Wooden block. So for the wooden block, what is the material? It is wood. And what happens to the bulb when we are placing the wooden block in between these 2 points A and B? There you can see the bulb do not glow. No. So, next examples are there we can discuss. Here, within this table you can see some of the materials glow the bulb. Some of the materials do not glow the bulb. That means this coin, then this key, this pin, these are what glowing the bulb. The other materials like rubber, then glass, plastic, wood, all these things do not glow bulb, means they do not conduct electricity. That means they are insulators, but these metals are what? Conductors. Now some more examples are there, we are going to discuss that. The next example is this pencil lead. That means we are just using to write in paper. No, that pencil lead. Pencil lead. When we are connecting pencil lead in between these wires, what happens? This is actually something new for you. The thing is this, when we are connecting this here, we are focusing on the lead, not on the wood of the pencil. We are not considering the wood of the pencil. That means we just want to sharpen the two sides of pencil. Then we get two ends of lead. So at that time, do the bulb glow or not? That is our question. Actually, our bulb will glow. Yes. Of course, our bulb will glow. The reason is this, our pencil lead. That lead is what? That is a conductor. But the outer covering wood is what? That is insulator. So, we can say the lead inside the pencil is what? It is one conductor. That is actually not metal, but still they conduct electricity. We are not saying that all the metals only conduct electricity, not like that. Some materials conduct, some do not. We can say this lead conduct electricity. The next example is aluminium foil. Aluminium foil. For the aluminium foil, do they conduct electricity? What is the material here? Here it is aluminium, and aluminium is what? Metal. So, the bulb will glow. We can say aluminium is conductor. The next is candle. What is the material of this candle? It is wax. When we are placing a piece of wax here, do the bulb glow? No, of course no. That means this wax, this candle is what? But insulator. The next is needle. That is our C needle. So, when I am placing one needle here, what happens? Do they conduct? Yes, actually this needle is made of metal. So, the bulb glow. And we can say this needle is conductor. So, we can say here, some of the materials conduct, some of the materials do not conduct. Some more examples are there when we are placing thermocol. What is the material? It is, we can say it as thermocol itself. And do they conduct electricity? That means do the bulb glow? No, bulb do not glow. That means this thermocol is one insulator, that is not conductor. The next is paper. Paper. For the paper, when we are just placing a piece of paper in between these terminals A and B, what happens? Do the bulb glow? No. Here the material is paper itself. So we can say some materials which conduct electricity is called conductors, and the materials which do not conduct electricity or do not allow electricity to pass through it is called what? Insulators. So I think this table is clear. That means some of the materials conduct, some do not. So you just want to study which are the materials. That means which are the examples for conductors and which are the examples for insulators. So we are going to study the definition for conductors and insulators. First is our conductor. I already mentioned about this. So the definition is this: materials which allow electric current to pass through. It is called conductors. So the definition is this: materials which allow electric current to pass through it. That means the electric current. Simply we can say it as current or electricity. The materials which allow electricity to pass through it or electric current to pass through it is called what? Conductors. And so what is the insulators? What is the definition? Materials which here allow, so here do not allow electric current to pass through. It is called insulators. So this is the definition. For the conductor, it allow electric current to pass through it, and for the insulator, do not allow electric current to pass through it. Very simple. And now we just want to study the examples for the conductors. For the conductors, we can give the examples as the silver, copper, aluminium, iron, lead, etc. So these are the examples for conductors: silver, copper, aluminium, iron, lead, etc. And also you can add more examples that you know. And for the examples of insulators, they are plastic, wood, paper, glass, rubber, etc. So these are the examples for the insulators. That means paper, plastic, wood, glass, rubber, etc. These are the examples for insulators. So you just want to study the definition for conductors, insulators, examples for this. So this is all about the definition. And now we are going to conclude this, studied about insulators and conductors. Now the question is this: what about the air? Is it conductor or insulator? What do you think? That means here we have one bulb, and in between the bulb I am just placing one cell and two terminals as similar as our diagram. So in between this I am not placing anything. That means here actually in between these terminals A and B, there we have air. So do this bulb glow? What do you think? Is it glow or not? No, the bulb do not glow. That means I can say air is insulator. Air is insulator. And now the thing is this: if I am just touching this, what happens to this bulb? Do the bulb glow? Yes, the thing is this: we can say, what about our human body? Is it insulator or conductor? Our human body is conductor. That's why we are saying that don't put hands in the bulb socket. Like, don't interact with the electricity. When we are touching such circuits, what happens? We will get electric shock. The reason is this: our body is conductor. That's why we get electric shock. Suppose our body is one insulator, then what happens? No electric shock will occur. And the thing happens is this through our body. When I touch here, the electricity will flow through my body and that will transfer to earth. And that's how I get electric shock. Don't touch such circuits. So the thing is this, we can say air is insulator, but our human body is what? Conductor. So finally our chapter is over. This chapter is completely about the electricity, electric circuits and all. Here we are just using some sort of representations like this. Actually, within the electric circuits, we are not representing it like this. That you can study in your 7th standard. A chapter is there to study how the bulb can be indicated in the circuit, how we can indicate cell, how the key can be indicated. Like all the things you can study in your 7th standard, and in higher classes you can study it in detail. So now it's over. Now we can do the exercises, and you just want to study these all things, and we will meet in the next class with the next chapter. I think it's the magnet. We can discuss it in the coming classes. Thank you.